Good morning, everybody, and welcome to 15 Minutes of Fierce. It is Lisa Copeland, and I'm going to get this right over here. And today is Friday, November 16th, and I'm dressed up a little bit more than I normally am in my baseball hat and garb because I'm heading to Philadelphia in a few minutes. I'm jumping on an airplane, then on to Atlantic City to hang out with Anthony. Hello, Anthony. Hey, I got your message. I've got a car coming to get me because I've got a big conference call for an hour in the back of it. So thank you. Anyways, so I'm so excited to head to Atlantic City and hang out with the Auto Max gang and a bunch of the big sellers here. I know Chris will be there and Anthony and Craig, and I can't think of who else from this group will be there. And then I get home Sunday night and I leave on a 7 a.m. I think the next morning for San Francisco. So anyways, it's going to be an exciting, fun-fueled weekend and week next week, but I'm excited to be able to connect with everybody. So good morning. Now, I hope a lot of you got my email out there. I met with my team yesterday and I thought, there is so much good content and so many good comments from you guys that we decided to do a Friday morning recap of all of the Be Fierce, the 15 Minutes of Fierce with Lisa Copeland shows. So we're doing just a little recap of it. And, I'm going to start calling out some of you on it or in the email and just some of your great comments. That way you can kind of just click on the show that you want. So if you want to get on that email list, just email me. Say, I want to get on the list at lisa@lisacopeland.com. That's lisa@lisacopeland.com. And I'll get you to the list of the recap of the shows. Oh, Michelle says, yep, got your email. Hello, Melissa Munch. Okay, again, if you want to get the recaps of the shows every week with my little notes, and I'm going to be calling out a lot of you in that email because you guys, God, you've done so much to help me. Email lisa@lisacopeland.com, lisa@lisacopeland.com, and let me know you want to hit that list. All right, well, yesterday's topic, do you want to burn out or burn bright, hit a bunch of buttons with a bunch of people. And I got emails, I got texts. Wow. Do we just live in a society of people that are just, you're on 24/7, you're on video, your availability is there. I don't know, but people are tired and the messages I got yesterday from people. So, I want to talk about what causes burnout, right? And in this chapter for this book that I'm writing for this friend of mine, that's what I talk about is, how to burn through burnout. How to be fierce and get through the burnout. And so first of all, why do we burn out? So here are 5-6 things that I feel like cause burnout for every single one of us. And feel free in the comments to add in. This is your show. And these are some of the things we're going to outline in that email every week. Like I said, we did the mini one this week. And but every Friday, I've got this fabulous team, Miss Shelley, and she puts everything together. She runs my life, or she's about to really run it. But anyways, so what causes us to burn out? I think that number one, I think we expect too much from ourselves. We do. Okay. We can't do it all. There's no I in team. Okay. But everybody who's on here, everybody that gets up in the morning, every one of you, I know you're overachievers. Numero uno. We expect too much from ourselves. Number two, we've got that burning inside of us that we feel inadequate. And I don't know where that comes from. We all have it, that we feel like that maybe we're not enough. And so we don't feel like we're good enough to do the job, or we feel like the job we're doing is not enough. Here's a big one. We feel unappreciated. What we're talking about for those of you who are just tuning in is what causes burnout in our work, in our lives, right? And so the other, another one is feeling unappreciated. You're working late, you're going in early, you're doing extra, you're carrying the load for other people, and nobody even says thank you. Good morning to corporate America, right? And sometimes it's good morning when you're an entrepreneur because you're like, I'm giving it all I've got. And it doesn't seem to be enough. I'm not making the money I want to make. I'm not reaching the success I want to reach. Okay? Number 4, we're talking about burnout for those of you who are just jumping in, is unreasonable demands. How many of you work for or with people who are just completely unreasonable in their demands? that'll cause somebody to burn out. I mean, I think for a while, I think we're geared to want to make it, to want to do all that we can do. But at some point, we just throw up our hands and go, I can't give any more. Let's just call this one. Sometimes the job's just a bad fit. It's just a bad fit. You're not in the right place. You're not working for the right person, and it's not the right time. And I want you to be able to recognize that, because you got one time around this sun. You got one time to live. And if 8 to 10 to 12 hours a day of your life sucks, for lack of a better word, I hope that this group, I hope any group, I hope that something I can say or something somebody in this group will say will encourage you to go find something that you love, that you can do something you love. Because again, that is where you're going to find the most fulfillment in your life. And then the last one that I'll just touch on today, since we're on a limited time schedule of 15 minutes, is that you work for a bully. You work for somebody who's so unreasonable, who's such a bully, who it wouldn't matter what you did, it's not enough. And that they degrade you. You know, and so many times I have learned over the years working for bullies, is that they don't know what you know. And so therefore they can't handle the fact that you know something they don't know. Or more importantly, something was not their idea. And boy, look out when you work for a bully and you have something great or you've done something great and it wasn't their idea. I mean, they will make your life a living hell. So just to recap, 6 reasons today that why I believe people burn out is that you expect too much from yourself. You personally feel inadequate. You feel unappreciated. And some of that sometimes is inside of us, so be careful. You work under unreasonable demands. Your job's a bad fit, or you work for a bully. Okay? Those are some of the reasons that people burn out. And there's hundreds of them. Oh, yes, Chantal. No boundaries lead to burnout. Girlfriend, I'm adding that one to my list right now because that's a biggie. And you guys will get the recap if you want to get the email every Friday. We're doing a recap of the shows, including the recordings. And then that way, if you thought, oh my God, I love Tuesday's show, and then you could just hit Tuesday and you can watch Tuesday's show again. So Chantal, that was great. So Janelle, good morning. Greg, good morning. Max, what we're talking about is why people burn out. And I want you to burn bright. That's what fierce is about. Fierce is a flame, but fierce is to burn bright, not to burn out. And those are just some of the many reasons that people burn out. Hi, Robin Hart. Good morning. How are you? So what are some of the 5 things that we can do? Here are 5 things that I think we can do that we can personally take control of. Because the thing, ladies and gentlemen, guys and gals, my friends and colleagues out there, you cannot control what somebody else does. You cannot control how they treat you. You cannot control you can't. So all you can control is how you handle it. So here are 5 things I think that you can do to kind of push through that. Number 1 is get more sleep. Just get more sleep. You know, when you're so tired and so stressed out, you know, it doesn't do you any good to, you know, sit up and worry about it anymore. I can tell you, like, in some of my toughest times, I would just tell myself, I'm just going to go to bed because my dreams are better than the nightmare that I'm living today. And we've all had the nightmare that we're living today, right? We've all been there. We've all had a job that we hate or worked with people that we hate or for people we hate. And I know hate is such a strong word, but let's just call it, we're fierce. I have worked for people that I hate. I have worked with people that I hate. It was miserable. So most of the time, just so you guys know, they don't go away. So you got to figure out plan B. All right? So get more sleep. Exercise. Not only is being skinny the best revenge, right? But really seriously, it lets go of endorphins, right, in your head. And you're just able to work through things. You know, and not only will you be skinnier, more fit and fabulous, which is always important, right, ladies? Those endorphins will help you push through the stress of working with or for people that you don't like. Try laughing. You know, get on the phone, call somebody that is just so funny, somebody that encourages you. Maybe call a friend from high school that you haven't talked to forever, but laugh. Laugh will help you get through the burnout, because you know what? I think when we figure out that we don't need to take ourselves so seriously, that we can kind of put into perspective why we're so miserable at work, why we feel like we're burning out, why we feel like we're going down a tunnel. Socialize, just like this group, 6:45 in the morning. I love you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think you're so amazing. But it really starts my day. Just hearing what you have to say. All the texts I got yesterday and emails I got yesterday from people saying, oh my God, thank you for talking about burnout. That's why I'm back on it. Because I'm so burned out and I don't know what to do. I'm like, all you can do is stay the course, number one, or number two, get out and figure out something else to do. And then number 5 in my 5 quick tips to remedy burnout is you got to learn how to say no. I have found that people that burn out don't understand the word no. You take on projects at your kid's school when you've got big projects going at work. You decide to do 4 things at one time. You've got to learn to tell people no. I've really, really gotten good at that. I hope I didn't lose you guys. No, okay, good. I have really gotten good. Like Chantal just said, setting boundaries and saying no. You can't be all things to all people. And that, and so just the stress and the pressure alone, even if it's fun stuff, even if it's stuff you're like, yes, I want to help at church. I want to help in my kid's classroom. I want to coach the Little League baseball team, and I've got a full-time job. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to do carpool. It sounds great. And you sound like, yeah, I am Superwoman, Superman, whatever it may be. No, you're going to burn out. You've got to have that time to recharge. You need 8 hours of sleep. 8 to 9 hours of sleep. I don't care what anybody says. You've got to make time for you to exercise. That's why I did this show at 6:45, and that's why I do it in a baseball cap. Because I could have done it, like the ego in me could have done it at 8:30, because by then I would have worked out first, come home, taken a shower, got my hair done all of that. But I'm like, no, I want to start my morning doing that, and then I want to go work out every morning, right? That is my fierce routine. But it's a non-negotiable to me, non-negotiable. So, to keep yourself from burning out, what are your non-negotiables? Melissa says exercise. Chris says, I'm self-employed and my boss is a jerk. Okay, that one is probably going to make the Friday blog, Chris, just so you know. Alicia, how are you, my sweet girl? So true. Anthony, absolutely, Michelle. These are 15 minutes. It gets my mind right for the day. Well, thank you. Well, Chris and Anthony, I'm going to see you guys in Atlantic City this afternoon. I'm excited about it. So I am recapping this show every week. My team is Shelly, who is my fabulous assistant, who I'm just obsessed with. And anyways, a lot of you got the email this morning. It's going to go out every Friday with a recap of the show. I am going to also take note of some of the great comments. And it'll go out Friday morning at about 6 a.m. or 6:15 a.m. with the recap of the prior shows, so that you can just click on it if you're like, oh my God, I want to hear that show again from Friday or whatever. So to get onto that list, we have not made our landing page yet, but just shoot me an email, lisa@lisacopeland.com. And I want to keep up with you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so grateful for all of you. I will be coming live tomorrow from Atlantic City, which is Eastern time zone, woo woo, which means I get an extra hour of sleep. So that's pretty exciting. Also, mark your calendars. I've decided, no, I'm not going to do a big event in January. I'm doing a mastermind with 20 people. Not giving any details right now. If you're interested, drop a note. Lisa@lisacopeland.com. It'll be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, go home Monday. 20 people tops, end of story. That's all it's going to be. I've already got 4 of them spoken for. And so anyways, if you want more details, Shelly and I are putting it together right now. So shoot me a note on that. Anyways, thank you guys so much. Sandy, great tips for self-care. You're welcome. Chantal, I got your text yesterday, girlie. I was going to text you when I get in the back of a car. Michael, thank you. Safe travels. Robin, interested, please send me an email on it. And I'm really excited to put it together. I just want time to be able to just have like a small, intimate group of people versus try to put on a big event. So I've been working through that the last couple of days. Iron sharpens iron, and we all need to be unapologetically fierce 365 days a year. 2019 is going to be our year. Every single one of you, I am predicting it. I am putting it into the universe. I love you guys. I will see you live tomorrow morning from Atlantic City. Bye-bye.